making it easier. As far as components go, I think it's fantastic that they have, each little character has their own plastic miniature. I wish they came painted, but they don't.
Chainsaw.
You get this nice CD case. The CD itself is not so nice. I think we determined that the first track on the soundtrack is decent, but the rest is really, it could be thrown away, and that would be okay with me. The problem is it just doesn't really have a zombie movie style feel, so that's kind of annoying. The board, no warping issues for me. It is a little annoying that sometimes the colors are off between the two sets. Like the grass will be kind of a lighter green on one and a darker green on the other. The cards for all the characters, they're really thick, heavy cardboard. And the other thing to note is that everything in the game has really gorgeous artwork because they're using real actors for all these. And if you've ever seen Flying Frog Productions at a convention, they always come with their actors. So, kudos to them for doing a different style artwork for their game.
A+ from me as well. I mean, there's not really... I've tried to find something to nitpick at, but I couldn't.
Did I say A+, by the way? A+.
You did say an A+. I think you did anyways.
Who knows?
I don't know. I was debating giving it an A- for the CD, but it's like, that's just a plus. I mean, they didn't have to include a CD. It was just there. It's not
You're not
essential for the
losing
game.
anything.
Exactly.
Nobody's forcing you to play it.
I mean, it's just there in case you want it.
It goes above and beyond what most people do, and for that, you got to give them props, even if it's not very good.
Kudos to them for that. Yes. We tried playing the game with that on in the background. It
lasted one game.
It didn't work. Yeah, it was not. But I mean, whatever. It's there if you want it.
Yeah.
But everything is really nice. There's a little dice in here. Just dice.
Like I said, they give you all kinds of little tokens that are not even included in the basic scenarios. This is some guy with a horse. I'm not sure, what you're supposed to make out of it, but the point is you can make something out of it. I mean, meteor rock, not used in the basic scenarios.
But you can make your own scenario with it.
Using a freaking meteor. I mean, that's great. That's awesome. So if you are an original person, or if you want to steal ideas from the internet, it's there and you can use it, and that is really what is important. There's a token, there's not an overwhelming number of tokens like, say, Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Oh, good lord.
But there is a lot to choose from, so good for that. Overall, I'm going to give the game a B+. It's definitely one of my top 10 games, but again, it really depends on what type of gaming group you have. If they really go for the horror movie vibe and the cheesiness that comes from a zombie movie, then you'll get a lot of replayability and you'll get a lot of appreciation for the game. If that's not something that interests you, you're not really going to enjoy the game, I don't think. But that's not to say that you can't enjoy the game without liking zombie movies. I'm not a big horror movie person at all, but I still respect kind of that whole vibe of horror movies, and I think that this gets it really nailed down pat. So, B+.
B+ as well. Like you said, I did get kind of burnt out on it there for a while, and I may be biased, but for what I saw and what I did play with this game, I really, really enjoyed it. It just, those few little nitpicks that I had with it, apart from that, it was just a really fun game.
Yeah.
I love it.
And the fact that you've played it enough to get burnt out on it says something as well.
Yeah, we kept playing it over. We played it like 2 or 3 times a night sometimes.
It also goes far to mention that you got burnt out on it. I didn't get burnt out on it, but you got burnt out on it before we ever started doing this video podcast. So it wasn't like we played it a whole bunch so we could get the rules down. Yeah. This was legitimate game night playing. So really enjoy it. And I think you also got it from 2 different groups.
Yeah, because I was going with your group and my other friend's group. So I was playing it there and there because my other friends are obsessed with zombies, and this was their game of choice for like a month.
Yeah, with some nice painted figures too.
Oh yeah. It's nice having an artist in my other group.
But overall, like I said, B+, and I recommend this game. Check it out on thoughthammer.com. They have it there, and the Growing Hunger expansion. I like the Growing Hunger expansion more, not really because of the scenarios and the new zombies they add. I could really care less about those, but some of the characters for the Growing Hunger expansion are just awesome. Sam, who you're holding up, Diner Cook. one of my favorite characters, Amanda the prom queen. Well, she looks pretty. And then, you know, Kenny the bag boy, I could care less about. But, you know, overall, you know, I don't know if it's worth it to people to get the expansion just based on the characters, but for me, it was totally worth it. So, and also the extra map pieces were nice. And they came with extra cards too. So there's quite a bit that comes in the expansion, but, you know, you really pick and choose what you like about it and whether or not you play the scenarios. So definitely recommend it, and definitely recommend that you guys check it out and pick it up, if that's your kind of thing.
It better be.
It's not a train game, that's all that matters. So until next time, check out geekshow.us and send us emails. And like I said, hope you enjoy this game.